Satoshi Ishii gives up 6 inches of height to Zeke Tuinei-Wily, the former defensive lineman. And a 4-inch reach advantage goes to the Samoan Rhino. Does that height advantage make a big difference here, Randy?
I mean, I think it could. Obviously, you think Ishii's going to want to try and get his hands on Tuinei-Wily and tie him up and use his judo background and the grappling skills that he has with a bigger athlete that, you know, not stand and try and trade with a guy that size. It'll be interesting to see.
It's more heavyweights, and Lillian Garcia gets them started inside the PFL cage.
In the heavyweight division, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 6'4", weighing in at 259 pounds, he is making his PFL debut with a 3-1 record. Ladies and gentlemen, he is fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Here is the Samoan Rhino, Zeke Tuinei-Wily. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5'10", weighing in at 240 pounds. In 30 professional bouts, he has a record of 21 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an Olympic gold medalist in judo, fighting out of Zagreb, Croatia, Satoshi Ishii. Your referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
Satoshi Ishii, the former Japanese judo gold medalist in the blue shorts, now representing Croatia and Crow Cop team. Zeke Tuinei-Wily in the silver out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And Zeke had to cut weight significantly to make the heavyweight limit here. Attempts a big right hand.
Ishii in the southpaw stance.
Inside leg kick there for Ishii.
When Ishii recognized me in the fighter meetings, he was like, "Hey, I remember you. I remember the techniques you showed me. If I use your tech, I still remember them. I'm going to use them."
Easy and single. Head outside single. Drives through. Tuinei-Wily gets right back up.
And answers with an uppercut. A knee from Ishii, responded by Zeke Tuinei-Wily. We expect that the Samoan Rhino packs a punch here.
And we see that he is the stronger man in these tie-ups.
I think he picked Ishii up right off the ground with that knee.
Yeah.
He's a huge man. He actually pursued a professional football career. Former defensive lineman at the University of Utah. He actually was there just a couple years after I was. I knew his name. Oh, big straight right hand and a left to follow it up. When Satoshi Ishii found out that he was going to be part of Professional Fighters League Season 2, he asked for the defending champion at heavyweight. Felipe Lins unfortunately got hurt, and that's what gives Zeke Tuinei-Wily this opportunity. Despite his lack of experience, he feels like he can really be a major factor here as Satoshi Ishii drags him to the ground. Exploding right back to his feet now is Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
Nice little short choppy punch on the inside as Tuinei-Wily turned and faced Ishii.
That's not a rookie move for a guy who's relatively inexperienced. Right on the break, gets Satoshi's hands to separate, and as he's turning to face, throws a punch along with it. There's that big right hand again. Left hand from Satoshi Ishii lands.
Tuinei-Wily only has 3 MMA fights, but he has 7 wins in kickboxing and 1 loss, so 8 kickboxing fights. That combat experience is helping him right now.
Couple of nice knees here on the inside from Zeke Tuinei-Wily, who, with 2 minutes left in the first round, is showing he definitely belongs with a much more experienced fighter. Oh, big uppercut. Tuinei-Wily liking that rear uppercut. And a body kick now. The big leg coming up at you. Ishii misses with the left hand. Take a look inside the blue corner here. Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
Breathe, breathe. Work behind that jab again. Not yet. Jab, jab, jab. Hands up all the time. Jab, stick that jab again. Boom. That's it. Uppercut.
Just forearm checked him and put him on the bench.
That's just a simple shove, and it sent a very experienced judoka flying back into the PFL smart cage. Foot stomp there from Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
There's some old school.
And that doesn't surprise me. Tuinei-Wily said he used to skip classes to go and watch some fights sometimes. Watch David Tua, Ray Sefo, some old school UFC fights.
He reaches down and tries to take down, at least fakes the takedown on Satoshi Ishii. Decides better of it, and now a body kick lands. Body kick lands for Ishii.
Look at Ishii, man.
That left hand landed for Ishii. Tuinei-Wily eats it. Single leg attempt from Ishii, and now the Japanese judoka gets to work.
Okay, stay here.
Approaching 10 seconds left. There's the clapper.
10.
Another tight uppercut from Zeke Tuinei-Wily. Exciting debut for both of these men. Back with more next.
Stop! Clean break.
Impressive first round for Zeke Tuinei-Wily. His corner telling him to set up that right hand. Don't lunge with it, Randy. They want him to set it up with the jab.
Absolutely. And that right hand is a great punch against a southpaw like Ishii. Ishii hurt Tuinei-Wily with that little left hand at the end of the round. That's why his nose is bleeding now. Saw him cover up. He looked like he was hurt a little bit.
Yeah, Ishii, they really turned it up inside of 1 minute left there and had Zeke Tuinei-Wily up against the cage, was going to work with some knees, some inside punches.
All right, gentlemen, round two.
More than 30 fights for Satoshi Ishii, only 4 mixed martial arts bouts for Zeke Tuinei-Wily. He has some kickboxing as well. A body kick.
Oh, liver shot. That was a liver kick. You saw him start to buckle.
Was he faking?
Was he playing a little rope?
I don't think so.
He's tucking that elbow pretty tight to the right side, so I don't know if it was a fake or not. We'll have to ask him after the fight.
Yes, bravo. Hey, come on.
Might have been a little poke in the eye. Tuinei lunged for that punch on Ishii, and Ishii squinted his eyes like he might have got a little poke.
Ishii looking for a takedown here. Tuinei-Wily so far did a good job of keeping the Japanese judoka off of his legs. Nice uppercuts on the inside there from Wily.
Nice short little uppercuts in there.
Ishii should work on setting up that left kick again to the body, and I would set it up, hide it behind a straight left punch.
Just feint. Move and feint. I feint one. Right, cross.
Left hand attempt there from Ishii just misses.
Yeah, Tuinei-Wily brings that right hand up to parry the left hand of Ishii. If Ishii shadows that left kick behind that, he can land that body kick again.
There's a 1-2 from Zeke Tuinei-Wily. That's what his corner was asking for. Another body kick from Ishii. Good sprawl from Zeke.
Straight open double. Zeke does a nice job of sprawling.
Looks like Ishii still might be having some problems with that eye. Keeps squinting. Screwing his face up like maybe there's a bit of an issue.
Might have got a little scratch.
And now he's carrying the weight of a much larger man with his back against the cage.
Let's go. Go that fence.
Very effective inside fighting by Tuinei-Wily. He used his shoulders, create a little space, and rip to the body, and then rip right up through the chin of Ishii with those little uppercuts.
There's a right hand attempt again from Wily. And now the judo may come into play for Ishii, but
it's a big guy he's throwing around. He just
stomped
like
down
an
on that
anchor.
foot.
Yeah, he's like an anchor standing there.
Zeke Tuinei-Wily shaking out his right hand there, maybe got jammed up on a punch.
Oh, big knee
to the body.
Ishii's really tough, man. He's taking these knees to the body, look like they hurt, and he's staying in there with them.
He's right in there. He's tougher than cheap salami.
Another knee from Ishii. Ooh, more tough inside fighting there from Zeke Tuinei-Wily. A knee to the body from Ishii. Looked like the shin went into that cup.
Ishii doesn't look like he agrees, like he thinks he got him square in the guts.
Well, the knee landed on the guts, but that shin, I think, is what hit the cup from Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
Hard to tell from that angle.
I just heard from the truck that it looked like a punch that hit Ishii in the eye earlier when he was touching his eye.
So, you know, that knee looked like it was above the cup to me.
Okay, you ready? All right, let's go.
I'm thinking Wiley's still got a little bit of he's got a sensitive stomach from that body kick.
Yeah, well,
Ishii's going back
Ishii
after
goes to explore it again. Left hand. It was kind of a forearm that landed there on Zeke Tuinei-Wily's face. The nose bloodied for the Samoan Rhino. 90 seconds left inside of it here at round number 2. 5 points still on the line. The PFL standings. Big exchange here.
Head clash. Tuinei-Wily's bothered by that head clash.
Nice combination landed there as they broke for Satoshi Ishii. The experience maybe starting to pay off as he turns it up a little bit. Zeke Tuinei-Wily, ooh, a nice left hand again. That's what people want to see, Randy. A couple of heavyweights clashing in the middle of the cage.
Getting after it.
Right hand lands there. Partially blocked by Satoshi Ishii. A duck and an uppercut from Zeke Tuinei-Wily. They're staying in the center of the cage.
Ishii's still blinking.
Hook.
Still working on
Still got a problem on that left eye.
Just misses does the combination from Zeke Tuinei-Wily. 15 seconds left in round number 2. These heavyweights getting after it, seeking out points. 10 seconds remaining in round 2. That's all for round number 2. Zeke Tuinei-Wily and Satoshi Ishii putting on a bit of a show here. Here's from round number 1, Randy. The big left hand at the end.
Boom, right on the mark. Followed it with a little short uppercut. Now that was a solid punch, and that's on the other side of Ishii's face, but you can see him squint and touch his eye. I think it's his left eye that's bothering him. There's the clash of heads, level change.
That was just an overhand left from
Yeah,
Satoshi Ishii.
I didn't see the head contact. Yeah.
And that was
glance in the heat of the moment, it looked like a head clash, but I don't think it was.
Significant punch in, and he followed it up. Zeke Tuinei-Wily came marching back out, looking for another clash. Eve, how do you have this scored heading into round 3?
I think I have Satoshi Ishii up 2-0. The first round was closer than the second, I believe, but both rounds were pretty close.
Touch of the gloves, round 3, some blood coming. Oh, a nice left hand from Satoshi Ishii to open up round 3. Still 4 points potentially for either of these men.
I'm really impressed with Ishii striking.
He's really turned it up, and that's why he wanted to go train with Pro Cop.
And his confidence in it. I mean, he's mixing it up. He's holding his ground and planting his feet with a much bigger man.
Excellent evasion there. Now he'll shoot. Try and take Zeke Tuinei-Wily to the ground here. Maybe secure round 3.
Ishii showing us the complete mixed martial arts game. Good striking, good wrestling, good judo. But, I mean, Pro Cop's got to be proud of those kicks, though, right?
That's why he went, right?
That body kick
He was on the
landed.
receiving end of those in the 2 times he fought Pro Cop.
There's that
Nice
trip.
little trip. That was
And he's able to
suspiciously easy for Wily to go down on that.
And now we'll see if Zeke Tuinei-Wily can work his way up from underneath the former Olympic gold medalist. Satoshi gets to work here on top of Zeke Tuinei-Wily in round 3. 2 successful takedowns.
Ishii should pull Tuinei-Wily's head away from the fence, keep his legs near it, pull his head away from the fence so he can work some offense, work a little bit more control. Especially with that far side underhook that he has.
More heavyweight action still to come on ESPN Plus. Kelvin Tiller, one of the big surprises from season 1, versus Mo Muscle Muhammad Daris, who we saw in showcase bouts last year, but now he's part of the heavyweight season, seeking points and a spot in the playoffs. Tuinei-Wily on all fours, looking to get back to his feet, re-engage in a striking battle here with Satoshi Ishii. Ishii drags him back to the mat, and that's a big guy to get on the ground. Satoshi.
That was like a hyena on a water buffalo.
Satoshi came in about 240 pounds. Zeke Tuinei-Wily cut to make the heavyweight limit here.
Good hand control, hips out.
We saw in the first round when he got the break here, immediately spun and threw a little check hook, but back to the ground they go. Satoshi Ishii keeping those hands locked. Looking for that knee to the buttocks that we saw earlier from Ali Isayed. Ooh, plants Zeke Tuinei-Wily on that left shoulder and face.
Tuinei-Wily's a big man. It takes a lot of energy to pick himself up, and Ishii's riding him. So Ishii's just draining on that tank. But Tuinei-Wily keeps working back up. There's a lot of fighting spirit in the cage right now.
90 seconds left. Tuinei-Wily spins around, back against the cage now. He'll look to pummel off, open up another striking exchange. Knees to the thigh there from Satoshi Ishii. No space in this round. Satoshi has closed down the space for Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
Good transition as Tuinei-Wily looked to get to the clinch, to fire a knee. Ishii changed levels and attacked those hips, attacked those legs.
Inside of 1 minute, and Zeke Tuinei-Wily running out of time to escape here. Pinned to the cage by the judo gold medalist.
Nice inside trip. Satoshi Ishii implementing that judo masterfully.
And this is a veteran move. He knows that it's been a close fight in rounds 1 and 2. Satoshi Ishii comes out, leans on his specialty, and grinds out what looks like a pretty clear round 3 victory for himself. It's a big punch from the bottom by Zeke Tuinei-Wily. Ten seconds left in this heavyweight tilt. 2 newcomers, Satoshi Ishii in the blue, Zeke Tuinei-Wily in the silver. 3 5-minute rounds. They grind it out here on Long Island. Eve, what do we think? That That round 3 secure it for Satoshi Ishii?
I believe so. I believe Satoshi Ishii should walk out of here with 3 points tonight.
I had the second round closer for Tuinei-Wily. And definitely the first round and the third round for Ishii.
Samoan Rhino sitting on the stool wondering how this one's going to be called from the judges. There's a forearm that landed from Satoshi Ishii. And then he got to work with these takedowns, Randy.
That was a really nice step across Uchimata.
Once he got those hands locked, it felt like he wasn't going to.
He was not letting him go. No way. There's the inside trip, beautifully executed.
Satoshi Ishii, strong performance here in round number 3. Will the judges give it to him? There's our Cageonomics. And look, if the numbers are anything to go by here, 5 successful takedowns for Satoshi Ishii, but the strikes in round 1 and round 2, Yves, it looks like Zeke Tuinei-Wily was a little bit busier and he landed more.
He was busier, he landed more, but at a much lower percentage. When you look at the total strikes, Ishii is very close to his total, sitting at 40 out of 53.
Judges still deliberating cage side here. Zeke Tuinei-Wily, a successful, impressive debut, but will it be enough for 3 points in our heavyweight standings? Only 4 pro mixed martial arts bouts coming into this one, taking on a guy who had roughly 8 times the professional experience.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was every bit of a game fighter against Satoshi Ishii. And that size, look, we don't always talk about it in the heavyweight division because everyone's big, but that size for Zeke Tuinei-Wily is going to be something that a lot of guys have to reckon with. Satoshi Ishii, he's fought everybody. He's been around the world. He's a beast himself. And when you're a gold medalist in anything, it means that you've dedicated yourself to your craft. He's now focused on mixed martial arts. He left judo behind. Now it's all about improving in the fight game. That's why he went to Krokop's team in Croatia. He's got the Croatian flag. He's fully adopted his new home country.
Yeah, those are the nicest cauliflower ears I think I've ever seen.
That's a compliment
beautiful.
coming from Randy Couture.
I'm sure he goes right to the head of the line in Croatia. Oh, no, way back there. Come on back.
Yeah. That's a whole head of cauliflower on the left side.
There might be a little broccoli in there, too.
After much deliberation, the judges have handed Lillian Garcia their scorecards. We'll get an official decision inside of our PFL cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, and it is a split decision. 29-28 for Ishii. 29-28 for Tuinei-Wily. 29-28 for your winner, earning 3 points in the heavyweight division, Satoshi Ishii.
Satoshi Ishii, a successful Professional Fighters League debut, 3 points and a decision victory over the newcomer Zeke Tuinei-Wily.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah.